me bad, me sick, me Reggaeville.
Reggaeville family, this is SummerJam 2023 and we are super excited because we have been listening to this man's music for such a long time. We have been watching his amazing videos and today we finally get to see him perform live. Yaksta is in the building. How is everything, Giant?
Day in a munch as well.
Yeah, man.
Blessings, man.
All is well, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Certainly. This is the first show of Yaksta on the continent.
Yeah.
Are you as excited as I am or...
To be honest, excited is one. I would say more thrilled because I really like the place. I like how Germany looks. It's very clean and it's very nice. Like there's a lot of bush. Opposed to like when I went to like some different countries, this is like concrete jungle. Here has more trees and nice water and the weather is cool. So big up Germany. And yeah, we're gonna share it.
Yeah, I'm definitely sure about that. Certainly looking forward to seeing you perform today. In the meantime, I mentioned it already, we have been listening your music. On the 24th of April in 2023, you released 22. Why did you stick to the number?
All right, 22 is a balance. It's an equilibrium number. It entails and encapsulates like two in everything. You have 2 fingers, 2 eyes, 2 nails. Male and a female who come in pairs of 2. You know, like the sexual gene is always in 2. The origin of everything is a yin and yang. That's 2. 22 gives us like the ultimate balance of what life is. You know, yeah, man. And that's the reason why. And then at 22 I got my first youth, and at 2022 I got my second offspring. And all the accolades that I could actually think about when it comes on to music. So it was a very special year for me. So that's why I brought it back in 23, because the album was supposed to drop in 2022, but it never did. Yeah.
Congratulations on the children at the same time still. Of course, the album is a milestone because it's the debut album. At what point did you feel, okay, that's done? I'm gonna put this out, because I mean, knowing that, okay, this is the first project, full-length project I'm presenting to people. How long did you sit there and think, maybe I'll twist a little here or twist a little there? Or?
In 21, when I dropped Ambition, I was gonna drop my EP, which consists of 10 tracks called Late Bloomer. But I dropped my hard drive and lost like maybe 2,000 files of all different music. So I had to recreate. But I'm an individual that will create like 100 music. But I know, like, each time I listen to something and it feels special to me, because I go off the me syndrome. Sometimes it's what I pivot, I get back, and the reception for 22 album was wonderful, but the reception came more from an international audience. So for me personally, I felt it when I did the song Immortalized. I said, okay, this is it. I don't need no more songs on it. And that's how we actually ended up with 19 songs to be on it. Yeah.
You mentioned it, 19 songs are on it, and you said earlier, you lost a hard drive with thousands of songs.
But right now I'm good again, because this is how I do it. So for instance, I get a rhythm pack. I just go in studio, because I have time when I don't voice. I just write, meditate. Then you have time now when I say, all right, I'm going to use these 2 months just to record only. And I don't take shows for that in that time. I just record and get certain things done. And when I'm finished with that, then I go outside and rehearse, then I rave. And my raving is when I perform. Yeah, so for me personally, even though I lost, and a guy told me that I can get them recovered in California, so I'm looking into that, you know? Yeah, because the hard drives are still there. Yeah.
Good. Well, I keep my fingers crossed, but I mean, choosing 19 songs from several thousand songs that you have, how did you go about that?
All right, so it's like I wanted 22 to be much more personal. So all the songs was designed for that, you know, like deliberately for that project. Because all the rhythms on that was very new, except for, I think, was Superhuman was like an older song, but Andrew Blacks had created a new rhythm, and I just put it on that. The motive and a piano beat, I had those from 2021, but I had the lyrics written down, but I never voiced them. So it was almost like when I listened, I said I want to give them a variation of different music. So when I started out putting out different versions of music, people don't take the notion of I'm changing or switching or losing the mates, because I'm a reggae dancehall artist and also have an international flair, because I try to dabble into most genres with the Yaksta-ness, you know? Yeah, man. Yeah.
The Yaksta-ness. You mentioned Superhuman, the first track, and you mentioned at some point that this is a song that you wrote your soul on. Please tell me a bit about that song and why you chose that as the first track to be on the album.
Superhuman sometimes as men, no matter how big or short you are, is like the trauma that comes with being a man in this world. Really and truly, sometimes it's traumatic. That's the best word I could actually put it in. Because remember, we don't get a break from being like, if we cry, we're soft. You understand? When we go through like our personal feelings, we're told most of the times be a man. You understand? But people don't realize that we're the same fiber from a female because we came from the womb. You get me? No matter the big muscle and the beard and all the roughness, I think this is just like a defense mechanism for the female. Like we were meant to actually just to protect, and just to build in long run. So sometimes when I see the mistakes that I've done, the wrong approaches that I've used, so it was basically, it encapsulates all my mishaps, the achievements, and it was just maybe a song of hope for me, like a therapeutic song to just remind me that, yeah, you're a human being and you made your mistakes. Because I like to sing on I wouldn't say mistakes, my wrong approach. Because many things were very deliberate. We're human beings and sometimes we're very curious. So we dabble and always in attack mode to try to see what experience we can actually acquire through desires. And everything in Superhuman really and truly tells the factual facts about Yaksta that many people don't really know. Yeah.
You mentioned that song being a therapeutic way for you to deal with stuff. A lot of the lyrics, I think, are very somewhat positive lyrics. You're turning hardship into positive things, like battles are lessons, right? How do you keep up this positive spirit?
You see, it is easy to think negative. And while being positive, I'm also negative. So it's like understanding that I have the yin and yang, or the both sense of purpose. I realize if I choose one will give one result. And if I choose one give another. You see, there is no such thing as positive and negative to me. I think it's just one notion. And either end give you different results, because without the negative, there's not positive. And without positive, there's not negative, because it's easy for a positive individual to get angry. And it's sometimes even harder for an angry person to become positive. So I realize that one has a more pulling factor, and one has the same as a sedative mechanism. But there's just one, and the one has both, So yeah, that's how I deal with it.
And I mentioned some lyrics already. My favorite lyrics. My superhero not dead, she just gone on her bed.
Yeah.
Yo, that line.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an ode to your mom.
Yeah.
Her other name, her real name is Bermeley Hyde.
Yeah.
Please tell me a bit about that song and about your mom.
Okay, all right. So I have, like, each year I try to write a new song for my mom. This song was the fifth mother song, but I put that out because my friend in New York called Jermaine had built a rhythm. He just said he's getting into production, and I said, you know what, I need something special for this rhythm. So her other name is actually God. You get me? Because, woman to me sometimes are like God. A matter of fact, not sometimes. Woman to me is like God, because you're like the earthly creator. It's like without the womb, the seed cannot really bring forth the life. You get me? So my superhero not dead, bro. She just gone on her bed, bro. So it's like she went to her bed at night, and I just look at it and I say, many of my friends lost their mom, but my superhero is still here. And even though sometimes we might have our little scuffle, because she's gonna always be a mom, and even though I'm big and towering over her, to her I'm just still a toddler, Right. So yeah, so that song is just to show my appreciation for all the things that she used to do, the beatings, the bathings, the lessons, the love, the caring. All that thing that my mom's expressed, not just for me, but other children, that was not hers. I just realized that really and truly, even though I'm a man, I have a superhero. Because as big as I am, when I'm super weak, she's the one that refuels me, Yeah, man. So big up Dermally. Chupsy, big up yourself. Yeah, man.
So lovely. And speaking of love songs, another love song is Speak, that you did with Monifa. Please tell me a bit about the background for this song and why you chose Monifa to be on this song.
Monifa is a soulful songstress that sometimes people overlook, because oftentimes the talented talents in Jamaica don't really get the exposure that they need. I have a platform, and I saw her, because we've been working for a while, and she's been asking me for a verse for quite a few times. So I said, all right, I'm going to give you 2 verses. One on your song, and I sang the chorus to Speak, and I said, you know what, she came to do the harmonies, and I said, "Hey, what money for? Just take the hook and bring." But Speak Now is like, it would be like a follow up for Superhuman, you know, because every single thing in that song is truth. You know, like sometimes as an individual we cheat for happiness, you know, and then I lie to her to keep her happy. Then I realize that it destroys both. So it's like people will not sing about their mishaps to teach other people, but every step of my journey I try to be as open as possible, because, you know, it's like when the fame comes, things changes, friends changes. Every single thing that you think would be normal becomes not normal, because people don't view you as normal as again.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what Speak encapsulates, you know? Yeah.
Munifa is featured on the album. DeMarco is featured. Rygin, King, Chronic Love, wicked combination that I love it very much. Marlon Easy is on the album, and Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
How did the bush lad meet the fastest man on earth?
Him just send me a rhythm. I say, what a song. And that's just it. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, and just say, what a song for you, and then bam. You know, and then you just came in the video, did him intro. Yeah. And then from that, the song, I know, to be honest, it is growing steadily good internationally. Like, one thing I realize with conscious music these days, it takes such like a long time to get the proper exposure, but it stays, you know. But for the DeMarco, I was in Antigua. A producer came to me with the rhythm and saying he has like DeMarco song and he would want to buy a verse. When DeMarco sent me the song, I said, no, we can just do the song from a point of love. Reggaeville King the same way. Big up Reggaeville same way, you know? Yeah, man. And Chronic Law, I reached out to him and asked him I was purchasing a verse from him. And they say, he laughed and said, Yaksta, come on. You got to talk about the Yaksta now. Just send me the song. And I drove and gave him a link at a villa that he was staying. And he just sat there and listened to the rhythm for about 10 minutes. Then he just went off. That's it. Just bam, 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 and then that was it. Yeah.
But how do you choose the people that you feature? Do you think of the sonic aspect of things? Do you think of a content-wise, lyrical-wise, who could fit the song, or is it a vibes kind of thing?
I think the essence is like even the artist that sings about violence, because I have my time when I listen to every music. I know every violent music I can think of, because I do not just listen to one music. I want to know every single thing that is going on, so I can capitalize on every single thing that is going on. So it's like when I listen a violent song, I say, oh, I could turn this artist positive. So everything, even if we do like a bad man song, then we give it a positive approach so people can enjoy it, not vulgarly or, you know, very volatile. It's very, let me say now, delicate in a sense, but has like a braggadocious character or demeanor when it comes on to like the music, when it comes from the Yaksta, you know? Yeah.
We spoke about the feature guests. What musicians contributed their talent? Because I think that some of these musicians are here with you today, right?
All right, so big up Sherway and big up the Scalawags. And the reggae album that's coming soon, you know, yeah, named Alkabulan, that album is all Scalawags. And yeah, and big up to Jazzy T. Big up to myself as a producer. Big up to Marlon Easy. You know, big up to Gangzilla. Yeah, and Kabaka just sent me some submissions. So big up to Baka P the same way. And Martima, because Martima sent me a wonderful song that, you know, we soon it's a kind of trap dance thing still, but it's still a lovey-dovey song, you know?
Wow,
yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah, man.
You mentioned the Scalawags. The Happy song is on the album, so people can already by now get a vibe how this could sound like. And you're going to be playing with them today. So for this performance today, and for the album, of course, coming up, I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Monjin.
Can you tell me anything about the album at this point already?
Yeah.
When will you release it?
The same date for next year. It will be February 24th. Maybe we do a launch in Germany this time. You know, but it's like I'd have to structure it from that side to here. So I might do a launch here in Germany the next time, and you know, we might be touring and singing some of the songs, giving you a pre-order of what is to come. We have a couple of videos already shot. You know, we'll be going to California to shoot some more videos. So when the album drops this time, you'll get and also for the 2022 album, there's more videos coming. I'm just giving some people some pre-release of some singles that was there a long time, and producers have been bugging me for the songs, so I'm just letting out some music for the purpose of it, you know. But for next year, definitely. And don't surprise when it's a Reggaeville panel to see me, because the ganja rhythm now, you know, it's booming. At that time for the reggae now, I come out to the trap era now for a second, so at time for this is some more for reggae style, you know. Yeah, man.
That sounds really good. We're definitely looking forward to that, and of course to the performance today. So for all the projects coming up, I mean, you mentioned you're touring now in the summer, then you're touring in fall, right? Then you're gonna be doing this reggae album, beer videos and thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Munch.
Health and strength for that.
So maybe.
That's what I need to wish you. Energy, you know.
Yeah,
keep it thing going, Yaksta. Enough love and blessing.
Blessings, man. Mad Sick, Reggaeville, and this is Munchie and the Bush Lad. I'm out.
Me mad, me sick, me Reggaeville.